Hey, we're just talking to our guest here. So let's go ahead and show them. All right, we are talking today about fighting disease in our pets by using nutrition. And Dr. Jerome Williams is here along with Dr. Battistella. And good morning. And you've brought along your friend.
This is Samantha.
Good morning. So good to be here. And you do so many things from acupuncture to manipulations to nutritional guidance. Tell us a little about the nutritional guidance that you do for us.
Well, you know, I found some things for testing dogs, especially like allergies is where I started, and it tests over 200 different foods, and it doesn't say they're necessarily allergic to them, but the foods cause inflammation. So when we're treating things like cancers or chronic disease, we want to avoid inflammatory foods in the diet.
For example?
So I meant to bring a sheet. I have, it's amazing how many dogs are allergic to chicken.
My dog's one of them.
And all grains, and sweet potatoes, turnips, parsnips.
Wow.
Those things, and those are often.
What can we feed then?
I know, well, and that's part of it. I think that we need to get more toward fresh foods, because when we get into these bagged foods, you've got foods that have been dehydrated, baked, long shelf life. They've got a lot of things added to them and all the processing. Sort of like with us, do we expect to live healthily on Hamburger Helper?
Well, and those things, we know those things were created throughout time as we got more populated, people got more busy, and those things were created because there was an audience for it, and just as there have been for dogs, because, I mean, not all of us can cook our dog's food, so what do you suggest?
Well, there are several things that are available. There's some frozen foods that are quite good. I try to do things in rotation, and there are also dehydrated diets that you can add fresh meat to, and those are quite good. There's some feed stores and things here in Birmingham that can help a lot with foods that are kind of something that you can move into fresher foods, learning how to add things that and balance them. And that's the big thing, is feeding a balanced diet. So
and
it's an education.
Well, it is, and you kind of, it's a process of elimination sometimes. We've talked about this before with our dog, Buddy. We kept thinking we were having food that didn't have chicken in it, but you look in the ingredients there and it says byproduct, chicken byproduct, or fat, and so he was still getting that, and it is hard to find them without certain products.
Reading labels is very important, so it is, and we have a lot of prescription diets and things like that that help, but if we can work into it some fresh food as well, they need things other than
you think that things like carrots and apples and other fruits and vegetables you're recommending?
Yes.
But there are certain fruits that dogs can't handle?
Raisins,
Raisins. Grapes? I've heard grapes.
Yeah, and grapes and raisins, and that's because of the funguses that affect them. There's toxins in the funguses, so not every grape may have it, but because they may get grapes that do have it, and that's what you have to avoid, and you don't know which ones they are.
Wow.
I know, and I've probably thrown Buddy a grape or two till I learned that you're not supposed to do that. So
onions too, you can, you have to be careful with them. So.
Okay. All right, so as we wrap up, folks should just kind of come visit you if they're having some problems with their dogs and just see what's going on?
Absolutely, and diets are an essential ingredient, component rather, in keeping a dog healthy, and if you got some chronic conditions, that could be affecting them as well.
Just
and
like us.
Identifying what's inflammatory to them.
Just like us, inflammatory foods,
Yeah.
hurts our body. All right, thank you both. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right.